So this is me. So I'm a CEO coach, and I focus on sales and leadership effectiveness. And it seems my sweet spot is the female tech business owner, founder who's ready to scale. So she's in revenue and she's really got big goals but no systems and no leadership presence or sense of who she is in the picture, other than having this great idea that is coming to fruition. So I have a background in 3 decades of high-tech IT sales, so with Oracle, in database sales, and also various care in radiology. And about 5 years ago, I left corporate and extended my human behavior expertise, formalizing it with a Master of Science of Coaching Psychology. So this is me delivering my high performance presentation on mental toughness. And it's probably one of the highlights of my education, and it's very much the centerpiece of my work today. I've actually been invited onto the board of the International Centre for Research into Mental Toughness as a psychology framework for high performance leadership, sport, education, and of course, it's becoming more and more taking centre stage with the advent of the degree of mental health issues that we're seeing as a result of this pandemic. More and more, my business is becoming very much more online, so online lead generation and program delivery. So today I work as a self-generating online business and coaching consultant, focusing on the CEO, leadership identity, leadership effectiveness, and I'm also an investor. So if we look at what the business world is valuing, and I think, Cassandra, this is where Next Tech is just so in the pocket with where you are, and I'm sure your vision for the company. Look at what the top 5 skills, this mix hasn't really changed for the last 20 years, other than the creativity seems to be everybody wants innovation and they want it fast. And what excites me is the focus on active learning and learning strategies. And I think that's one of the exciting things about this particular group, the speakers group here, is we're all passionate about finding our way of doing it a little bit differently. And what do we bring that's different? My goodness, the leadership training business is a $10 billion industry. Why the hell is the world in such a state if we have been investing in all sorts of leadership training? Now is the time to be looking at what can we be doing differently? What can we be, what cobwebs can we be blowing away with the likes of Karen Chasten's work? How much more strategic and on point can we be with who we are online with Karen Tisdale's work? And then with Jen and Denise and their deep experience and work in bringing the mental health conversation into the workplace. We must make that a norm. It's a huge elephant in the room. And then, of course, where are the jobs? It's all about data. It's all about crafting technical people who can actually work collaboratively, who can express themselves, who can communicate, who can hold space, who can hold a point. So we do have to be communicators and technically savvy. And again, what are the top 5 skills? It's all around technology. We can't ignore it. So I'm quite excited about where the future is going. So we absolutely, my role is accelerating that journey from insight to impact and really letting go of the old ways of working and moving into this next generation. So I've got a 5-step journey, a customer journey that I take my clients. What is that catalyst for change? Why are we here? What brings us here? And these are some of the things that stimulate that. We then often will go into a research and development phase. We're looking for solutions. We're Googling, we're talking to people, we're interviewing people. And often my clients are doing this, and it's through this process that they find me. And together, we then look at maybe 2 or 3 options of ways forward that they're going to transform their identities, their business, which mountaintop are they going for. And this is where I focus on the transformation of the leader, and the leader cannot walk away from their responsibility of who they are and who they need to become in order for that business to grow to that next step. And that goes for each and every one of us. Who are we becoming, and how quickly can we accelerate that transformation? And the transformation stuff, we all, have something that has transformed us and brought us to this point. I'm passionate about high performance, but high performance leadership and high performance personal health and wealth as well. So very much working towards what is that goal state, establishing what those goals are for the client, and what is that powerful impact that you're looking for. It's going to be a combination of people performance and money. Business, if the business isn't growing, it isn't going to, we've got to have a profit portion in there as well. And I'll just touch on this mental toughness model, which is a psychology framework I use to help leaders and their teams assess what their psychological flexibility is. So mental toughness is not about being so kind of removed from emotion. Not at all. It's being able to flex. It's being able to be sensitive when you need to be sensitive. It's ability to be calm in chaos. It's the ability to know where are your limits. Are really good salespeople going to be really good at getting goals? So they have a strong goal orientation and a strong achievement orientation. If it's not important to them to achieve the goal, they're not necessarily going to make it. Whereas other roles are much happier not setting their own goals, but actually working towards other people's goals. So you've got to have that mix in the team. So it's a really deep, well-researched model that I'm just so excited about being on the International R&D Committee, because there's some wonderful where that is going. We're now starting to do research combining psychology and biology, looking at what's happening under the microscope, being able to then deliver targeted interventions. Because just like one antidepressant has a 1 in 10 chance of working for you, any kind of psychology intervention is really hit and miss as well. And that's why this personalized approach that I think all of us represent here is so important. So just putting in perspective where resilience sits, it's a factor that's covered within mental toughness, and it's a combination of challenge and positivity. So that just goes into a bit there. But what are the 3 things that I really help people push through? I help you to move past self-doubt. The bigger the goal, the bigger the dream, the bigger the self-doubt. It never goes away, but we can get through it faster. And once we are defined by our own mission, vision, and values, that becomes that moral compass, and that compass that guides the map to the top of that mountain. And my transformation promise, whether it's one-on-one, whether it's one-to-many, and that you will become a more adaptable and effective leader, operating within your power and purpose, respecting and recognizing yourself and others for who they are and what they contribute. And you are asking for and receiving the promotions, the paychecks, the success that you deserve because of this transformation process that you are undertaking and that you are delivering. And like Karen Tisdale said, it is so much about how we're showing up. And our people need us to be showing up in our best possible skin, because, man, there's a huge gap for strong, trustable, credible, visionary leadership. That's really my passion. So the kinds of things, problems I solve, done.
Okay.
Okay. I really appreciated your presentation, Leah. You are a fantastic presenter. I really like how you come across, and yeah, very, very powerful. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much.
Well,